Hello, what's happening? Matt aka Lethal Frag here. I'll be doing a review of the Battlefield 3 campaign. I actually had a chance to sit down and play the entire thing at once. I played it on hard and I live streamed the whole thing. It was a surreal blast. It got a little bit frustrating at points. We'll get into that a little bit later. But you know what? Overall, I was pretty impressed with the campaign. I've heard a lot of people, I guess, complaining about it. You know, saying it was too short and yada yada. But I mean, what do we really expect from a campaign on a first-person shooter game these days? You can't really expect that much. The game is played in multiplayer, and is as beautiful as the campaigns are, it's really not the focus of the company. They have the set team that's usually pretty small to build these campaigns and to make them work. And overall, I was really impressed. Playing this on the PC, and I gotta say the graphics were absolutely incredible. Some moments it just looks so lifelike that it really took you back. One of my favorite moments, and what I thought was one of the most realistic moments, and I'm not going to give away any of the story here, is the jet mission. It was so realistic and burly that I actually got a little bit sick to my stomach from all the barrel rolls and stuff the pilot was doing. And the whole thing just looked so beautiful and so realistic that it actually gave me a sense of, a little bit of sense of vertigo, and it made me a little bit sick. And of course I made it through without puking, but I thought that was really cool that the game was able to do that to me, as I'm pretty good with roller coasters and stuff, and I have a pretty strong stomach, and that still got me just a little bit. Another moment that in the campaign that was really beautiful to me, that really stood out, was when you start the tank mission and you just got mountains on all sides and everything just looks super beautiful. It looks like you're really there. And how pretty the game is really added to the campaign for me, because it felt realistic. It felt like I was in the war, like I was in the battle, and I could really connect with the game and the characters in that sense, just because it was such a real feeling running around in the game. And of course there were things I didn't like about the campaign. As I said, I played it on hard, and it wasn't too hard, but there was some moments that were really frustrating for me. I can think of a couple where you knew a guy was going to spawn right there, but he didn't physically spawn until you walked into the room, and that was a frustrating point for me. I felt like I should have been able to toss a grenade in there and clear that room, but I tried to toss the grenade, and then I walk around the corner and get shot in the face with the shotgun after clearing the room. That was really my biggest quip with the campaign. A couple other little tiny things. There's one scene where you're trying to rush a building, and there's guys coming in the windows. Every time you shoot one, a guy takes his place, but the actual animation for that was a guy appearing out of thin air right as you shot him, which was a little bit frustrating, just from a graphics standpoint, because it was a really beautiful scene going on. The entire battle was pretty amazing. As I said, overall, I'm pretty impressed with the campaign. If you're just interested in the campaign, it's probably not worth your $60. But I was really glad to have played through it, and the reason I wanted to play through it is I thought the multiplayer looked so beautiful. I really wanted to see what the campaign had to offer. As far as story goes, it wasn't the greatest story. It definitely had me intrigued, had me, interested in the game. Going into it, you could kind of... it's kind of linear. You could kind of see what was coming. You can kind of see what's going on. Though, I didn't really expect the ending that much, but... at the same time, you could kind of tell what was going on. It seemed like pretty straightforward. There was no big twist. There was no twist to the story. But that was totally cool. They do a really good job of making you connect with the main character that you're playing as. As you go through the story. Basically, you're being interrogated by the military, the high-up military police, the entire time, and then you're reliving the missions. Very similar to what Black Ops is, where you're getting interrogated the whole time. Though not quite as brutal as that. They're not doping you up or anything. They're just asking you a lot of really tough questions. The other thing I thought they did a good job of in the campaign was gun selection. You got to use a very wide range of guns. There was lots of guns dropped on the ground that you could use, from sniper rifles to light machine guns to shotguns. You name it, it was in the campaign. It was available for you to use. And everything felt really realistic. And I cannot say, again, enough about the game sound in this game. Every single sound in this game sounds absolutely amazing. And granted, I'm using a pretty nice headset, but I mean, it just adds to that sense of realism that you can really feel. You can feel the tension, you can feel all the action around you. So, you know what? For this campaign, I'll give it a 7 out of 10 and 1.5 thumbs up. I'm definitely glad I played it, which I cannot say for all campaigns that I've played. It was a good experience. It was solid. But you know what? Now we're hopping into multiplayer, which is what I'm excited about. Look forward to seeing you on the battlefield. Frag out.